What is going on, everyone? Let's just do a quick mic check, make sure that I'm coming through nice and clean to everyone, because Streamlabs can sometimes be a little bit temperamental when it comes to the audio. So if I'm coming through nice and clear, let me know. If you need it turned up a bit, let me know. But we have team news. So, couple of shocks for me, a couple of players that I didn't expect to be seen in the starting 11. Nat Phillips gets himself a start for us. And James Milner's getting himself a start for us. It looks to be an interesting lineup. And I think it's a lineup that most people don't feel overly shocked by. But to give you the starting 11, I know Helios put it in the chat, as you always do for us, mate. Alisson in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold right back, Phillips at centre-back, big Nat Phillips, with Van Dijk and Robertson. Central midfield is Elliott, Fabinho and Milner. With the front three. The front three is what we're looking to see. The front three is what we've been expecting. The front three is what we've been waiting for. Salah, Nunez, Diaz. Now that front three could cause all kinds of chaos. All kinds of chaos. And I'm hoping that it does it today. Hoping that we create absolute bedlam. I'm a little bit disappointed for Joe Gomez, I'm not going to lie. I thought he was going to get a start today. There was a nice story that came out about he's going to, anyone that got the 12 shirt, he can exchange it and he'll sign it and everything like that. Don't know if you remember, there was another club player that changed his shirt recently. I can't remember the name of him. Helio, you'll remember the name of him. Where he just refused, he changed his number and then refused to do anything for anyone that had bought the original shirt or anything like that. Whereas Joe Gomez is signing every single one and doing a free trade. That's what a Liverpool player does. Bench is Gomez, Keita, Adrian, Henderson, Costas Tsimikas, Carvalho, Clark on the bench, and Bajaik on the bench, and Sepp van der Berg on the bench. I don't know about you, but Helio, Gomez got a knock in training. I was thinking, did Gomez get a knock? Because there's got to be a reason the guy's not starting. And I really, it's a real it's classic Joe Gomez, isn't it? The stars align. Matip gets an injury, Kanate gets an injury, and then all of a sudden he gets a knock as well. And big Nat Phillips finally fulfills his dream. He finally gets to play a game with Virgil van Dijk. He went through the hard times. He deserves today. He deserves this opportunity. Now, to give you the Palace lineup, there's Guaita in goal. They're playing a back three of Ward, Anderson and Guehi, with Klein and Mitchell as right and left wing back. Eze, Doucouré, Schlupp and Zaha are their midfield, with Jordan Ayew as their striker. The thing I'll be looking for in Palace is Anderson is playing that sort of sweeper role. He does the marauding passes that really Virgil van Dijk was quite famous for. So I think they're expecting Anderson to sort of play that role, put it in behind for Eze and Zaha, try and take advantage of the gaps that Trent and Robbo leave when they bomb forward, and let Anderson sort of pick those holes and Eze and Zaha get on the attack. So it's going to be really interesting to see how we cope with that sort of strategy and see how we cope with that level of counter-attack. Louis, hello mate. Glad you could come in from your holidays. Don't annoy the family too much. We want you to be able to do other stuff for us. But yeah, it's an interesting lineup for me. I think something about Palace that always bugs me. Evening Jen, how I hope you're well. Helio, Louis, Gary, Anisha, all the Helio, all the usual people. Welcome along. Premier League's back. It's felt weird, hasn't it? I don't know for you, but it's felt weird for me, watching all these games go off, and then nothing went off for us. We've just been waiting till Monday. It's like the last girl picked to go to a prom or something like that. You're just hoping some guy's going to pick you, and then suddenly the game comes round. But there's something about Palace for me. There's something that always makes me nervous about Palace. Ever since the 3-3, I've not been able to get past it. I know it had no major outcome in this outcome of the title and everything like that, but something I'm not able to get past. It's just Palace. They just bug me. They really bug me. Jen with the super sticker and the animation. Loving the animation, Jen. Thank you as always for supporting the channel. The bench clearly weak. Do you think the bench is weak? Do you think, oh look, it's popped up. That's cool. I need to get used to this type of shit, don't I? Look how that popped up. A bit of Firmino and Mane dancing back in the days. Bench is clearly weak. I think Liverpool have to rely on their first 11 today. Tomiskas not much training after his injury, but the bench, Gomez not sure what his status is. Maybe the bench is a bit weak. There's not many attacking options to change, is there? You've got Naby Keita, Carvalho. So I guess you've got some midfield options. Sepp van der Berg, it'd be nice to see him get a few minutes if we're comfortably ahead. But I think if you're playing it as a full bench, it looks weak. If you're looking at who you probably bring on, if it was a 3-sub game, you'd be talking Keita, Carvalho, Henderson, Gomez, maybe. But there's 5 subs now, so we'll see how we're doing. Anisha, you're getting concerned about the injuries. Same. It's one of those situations with Liverpool where I think we get injuries in massive waves. We don't seem to just get injuries that happen. Like we get one player here, one player there. We just get hit by a tidal wave of injuries that just sort of career through the club. And then create an absolute chaos season. I'm hoping, though, we've got to remember, if this is our injury part of the season, City get an injury part of the season, Chelsea get an injury part of the season. So as long as we come through our injury part of the season strongly, I think we'll be all right. But it's all about how we come through that part of our season for me. But yeah. Score predictions. I know we've done a little bit of that earlier with Louis' preview, but I'm wanting to see score predictions on here. Now you've seen the team. Now you've seen the 11. Now you've seen that we're going with the front 3 you've all been asking for. What are the score predictions? Obviously, you're going for a 0 when you've got Big Matt Phillips and Virgil van Dijk as your 2 centre-backs. But what are your score predictions? No, Helio, there are 7 subs on the bench. You can make 5 subs now, can't you? Jen once again going with the 8-0. Going bold. Going out there. Going confident. And if you are new here, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This is a fan channel. We're on 5,940 subscribers, as you can see up there. We're 60 away from the magic 6,000. I don't know why it's a magic 6,000. Everything's a magic milestone, really, isn't it? But if you are new here, a like and a subscribe is always appreciated. We do just make content because 1, we love Liverpool, and 2, because why not? Something to do on a game day. Windowolf, big up the channel. Hi, chat. I don't do predictions. One of the weird superstitions I have. I tell you what, I was listening to Talk Sport. Forgive me, I was walking the dog, and I can't remember the name of the actor. But there's an actor, and the reason he supports Newcastle is because he liked zebras as a kid. I can't remember his name, but he was like, I was obsessed with zebras, and therefore I ended up supporting Juventus, and then I was like, I need a British team, so I picked Newcastle because I was obsessed with zebras, and he's from East London, which I think is the most random reason to support a club I've ever heard. Elio, I said 3-0 yesterday, so I'm going to have to stick to it. Yep. Well, if nothing, you can change your opinion. You've seen the starting 11 now. You might be looking at that, Helio, and going, do you know what? I see a 4-0. I see a 5-0. I see a Gen 8-0. So, you just got to go with it. Got to go with you. Go with your gut. I said 3-1 earlier. I think that they'll catch us on the break at one point. Nat Phillips for me is not the quickest. I mean, he's not Reece Williams slow, but he's not the quickest. So I think they might get behind us once or twice. I don't think they'll dominate us aerially, but obviously it's Nat Phillips, so he's good in the air, but that's not really their style, is it? So I think they'll get 1. And if you're not doing score predictions, let's have the player you're most excited to watch. Is it Nunez? Is it Diaz? Is it Elliott? Who are you wanting to see have a big game? Who are you wanting to sort of put a marker down and send a message. You know, if Nunez only has 8 touches like Haaland but gets 1 assist, is that a good game? Is that a bad game? So many options, so many things. Is Elise on the bench? I'm assuming that's for Palace. He is number 7 on the bench. Actually, when you look at, Helio makes a good point about the bench. You know, you look at they've got Milosevic, Elise, Mateta, Hughes, Johnson, Eduardo, and then Aweeby, Richards and Plange probably are not the strongest names, but they've got a decent bench, Palace. They're actually putting together the remnants of what could be a decent, you know, mid-table team. 1 or 2 stars, and they could start to do some damage. I think that Anderson, though, something about me, I think Anderson's going to a big club. I don't think he's sticking with us, like sticking with Palace. I think it's not a player we'd go for because we don't need a ball-playing centre-back, but you would say, let's say, a United or an Arsenal. Arsenal, if they've got Saliba and Anderson, they've actually got quite a functioning back two, in my opinion. But we'll see where he ends up because I don't think he's going to stay at Palace forever. 4-2 LFC win from Wolf. Just hope midfield is okay and depending on the defence. Trent Alexander-Arnold playing his 150th game this evening. Only 23 years of age, legend already. And I'm going to have a little bit of a rant about this. Everyone talked about same age as Phil Foden, but never gets in the conversation about Young Player of the Year because, you know, Trent Alexander-Arnold's a seasoned professional. Number 4 in the all-time list for assists in the Premier League, and he's 23 years old, so how dare you treat him like a youth? It's just mental, isn't it? We've got a midfield, Jen. We've got a midfield. It's just you're not happy with the midfield. But, and this is the point I was making to someone the other day. You look at our midfield, all right. What you're doing is you're looking at our midfield and you're looking at the absolute best midfield that's possibly available. Then if you look at our players and you say, would this player make it into this team? So would Henderson make it into Arsenal? Yes. Would he make it into Chelsea? Probably. And same goes, you know, Fabinho. Would he start for Chelsea? Yes. Would he start for Man City? That's debatable. Defensive, offensive. Rodri, Fabinho. You know, you look at our midfield, yes, it's an area that needs investment. It's the ageing area of our team. It's the one that's getting sort of the one that's starting to sort of creak in its age. But it would get in most other teams. Most of our players would get in most other teams' starting 11. So then they can't be that bad. It's just we're acting a little bit like spoilt brats. Thankfully, not as bad spoilt brats as Man United going, we still want to be top of the league. But we are acting a little bit like brats. We've got a great midfield that gets in most Premier League teams. We know it could be the next phase of our revolution to develop, but it doesn't mean we've got a bad team. And Ajit, you nailed it on the head. It's better to wait for Bellingham than to bulk up on a Rabiot, spend ridiculous wages on a player whose stats, some of the core stats, are worse than McTominay's. And trust me, I've looked at McTominay's stats and they're pretty bad. You know, you look at Henderson's stats, you look at Milner's stats, you look at Fabinho's stats, all of them are in the top 1% for multiple different things. But yeah, for me, it's about who you want, and if you can get who you want, you get who you want, but you wait. Liverpool's way is to wait. And we wait until the right player becomes available. And if that is Bellingham, so be it. If it's somebody else, so be it. But I trust the club to do it at the right time. I think everyone just having a complete and utter meltdown after one game is just a bit bratish, and you need to calm down. We'll be fine. We're still going to be in the run for everything. But people that are writing off the league title, that are saying, oh, Henderson's done, we can't be doing this anymore, oh, it's all over. Even get rid of Klopp because he's not making any signings and he's ruining our club. Get a hold of yourself. We're fine. We just drew the first game of the season. Stop acting like a spoilt brat. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we were nothing like this team. Enjoy the moment. Stop acting like a spoiled brat. So anyway, let's go back to some comments after my little rant. I'm looking forward to Hey Jude. Oh, look at all those stars, Jen. I can't wait for that number on the Champions League arm there. Get Lord Origi back. How is Origi doing in AC Milan? Has anyone seen? Has he played? I'm looking it up, knowing that Helior's probably already 6 steps ahead of me. They won 4-2 at the weekend. Theo Hernandez, Rebic, Biram Diaz. I've played 1 game. And I don't know if he played lineups. He didn't start. He did come off the bench, though. Didn't score. So, his new adventure started. Yeah, but that's my point, Remy. Comparing midfields. Compare a player. To say a player's not good enough, when you look at where they could fit everywhere. That's my point. The issue with our midfield options are nothing on City's, who we have to overtake. We don't... Right. One, you say they're nothing, but we finished 1 point behind them. We were in the final of every major competition. What has 1 game against Fulham done to change that? Nothing. We still played every game. We were still 1 point behind. Let's not over-dramatise something that was absolutely spectacular. And yes, they're all a year older, and yes, we do need a long-term solution, but come on. Jamie saying, is Liverpool's few years of dominance coming to an end? Well, this is always the risky part, isn't it? And this is where probably Fergie got his biggest reputation. Fergie got his reputation for evolving teams, taking that original team and then twisting it and bringing in new players and bringing in the new breed and bringing in another era of dominance. So, Jamie, I think the big question now is, can Klopp rotate the team, bring in the next generation and bring in a new era of dominance? Or, as what happens with a lot of really good teams and really good managers, they have one team, one rotation, and then they tap out. Now, I believe Klopp has already started working on that. We look at Nunez, we look at Diaz, we look at Salah's going to be the end of the rotation. Canate, for me, is the long-term replacement for Virgil van Dijk. Trent's obviously going to be there for the next rotation. Robertson probably still makes it. Joe Gomez is still in age. So it's the midfield that's getting the ageing part, and that's probably the key in our next rotation. Can Elliott, can Jones, can Bajay, can they nail down a place, or is it going to be we need to make signings for this next phase of development that we need? I don't see why we continue to compare when the teams to compare are comparing themselves to us. Come on, guys. Exactly that, Steve. Absolutely nailed it on the head. We bite at everyone saying, "Oh, Reece James is better than Trent." Well, why are you using Trent as the apple cart? Why are you using him as your barometer? You're trying to say your player's better than what you are also telling me you think is the best player in the world. So people use our players as that point of reference. And when that happens, you've just got to go, well, if you think Reece James is better, why did you pick Trent as your barometer, as your comparable? Why did you pick that player? Because you want him to be better than that player, because you think that is the best player. Lord Origi, come on, no-brainer. The statistics between the two teams do not bode well for Crystal Palace. The last 5 games have resulted in 15 points for Liverpool and a 19-1 goal difference. I think, Helior, if you go for 10 games in a row, we've won all 10 in a row as well. I think... But there's still something in me. There's still something that worries me about Palace. And it's all because of that one season, that 3-3. It's all that does it for me. It just... yeah. But yeah, I mean... 10 in a row, first game at Anfield. I mean, we haven't lost at Anfield for an age. We should be absolutely fine. Dortmund not selling Jude this summer. Don't get your hopes up. No, we're not getting him this summer. I think everybody knows that. Should Liverpool look at James Garner? United have put him up for sale for £15 million. Jamie, there are a few certainties in life, and one of them is that Manchester United and Liverpool will never do a transfer between each other. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. Whether we wanted him, whether they wanted to sell him, it's a collision that can't happen. Liverpool and United will never do a transfer dealing together. So even if we wanted James Garner, even if they wanted to sell James Garner, if we picked up the phone, they'd be like, ha, yeah, right, no, and hang up. Just won't happen. It rarely happens between us and Everton. That probably also never happens as a general rule, but the United-Liverpool one, never in a month of Sundays would we ever trade a players. Klein for Palace. I wondered what happened to him. Yeah, he's back, and he's back in the starting lineup as well, isn't he? And I think he played well in the last game. I didn't watch too much of it, but he's quick. Mitchell's quick. Anderson pings balls. They can run in behind. You know, it's interesting. Adam, trust me, Nunez and Diaz both hit braces. Well, I'll tell you what, Adam, your last prediction made you a mod, so I'm gonna go with you on that. I'm gonna heed your advice. I'm gonna take what you say and go, okay. When Adam makes a prediction, he has 100% success rate in a watch-along that I'm hosting, so we'll go with it. Okay, just given the lack of depth in years, not supposed on the back sense. The Reds may need to get the match won with those chosen from the start. I fully agree, Helio. We need to make a big statement. We need to put them to bed. We need to kill it off. We need to kill it off quickly. I'm a little surprised Firmino's not in the starting 11. I don't know if he's got a knock or something like that. Helio, I'm sure you'll be able to tell me, but why isn't Firmino on the bench? Because I don't get why he's not on the bench, because I've not read anything that he's been injured. Which makes me think, could Firmino be... I hope not. He's one of my favourite players. We should not underestimate Palace, otherwise we will be fine. This is what we did with Fulham, I think. Fulham, small pitch, confined. They were ready, they were aggressive, they attacked, they really went in on Liverpool and just screwed us up. Firmino out carrying an injury. Again, he's getting a lot of niggles nowadays, isn't he? I think his body's starting to give up on him a little bit. But yeah, so against Fulham, I think we were a little bit overconfident. We'll play them off the park. And small pitch, they just pressed us, they harassed us. One of the things that I was saying about the Fulham game is they were not scared to end their career in a challenge. They were not scared to go through a player. They made the decision that they were all in and they were going for it. And I really enjoyed that part of it. If it was Liverpool doing that to a team, I'd have absolutely ate it up. But the way they were going in for some of them sliding challenges, they wanted to kill the person with the ball. And it's that type, you know, when we used to do that with our press, when we used to be really aggressive, when we do it against City, and we absolutely harry the crap out of them. That's what they did to us on a small pitch, and they did it so well, and I really enjoyed how they pressed us. It's just, we can't let, you know, this is now Crystal Palace play, but we need to be a little bit more careful, sensible. We need to not let Anderson get on the ball and ping it around. 100 people in chat just before we go live. If you are new here, please make sure that you leave a like and a subscribe on the video. There will be a post watch-along debrief with a group of the contributors. We've got Kev coming straight from the ground, as well as Owen and a few others that are watching it as we speak. But if you are new here, this is a fan channel. You get a ping up on screen, it goes woo. Make sure that you leave a like, make sure that you subscribe, get involved. Thank you very much for joining us. Again, this is a fan channel run for us, for your entertainment, for our entertainment at the same time. It's great that we've got so many of you with us at this moment in time. But we are building up. We are nearly there. It is nearly kick-off. Teams are ready to come out. This is the 30th year of the league. Something strange will happen. Mark my words, Jamie. I'm sure you're probably right, to be honest. I'm sure you are right. It's going to be a crazy year. It's going to be a crazy season. I can feel it. And I'd like us to just dominate the league. If I had my wish, I want us to dominate the league. Take the league out of everyone's hands. Just have that sorted. Win it in front of the fans. Oh, that's all I want, really. Do I think Nunez will score? Yes, I bloody well do. In fact, I'm going for a brace. I'm going for a Nunez brace. Mainly because Adam said it. And, he's always right when he's done predictions with me. So I'm gonna go with him on that. Rudy's gone Diaz to score first. Who do you think's going to score first? Put it in chat. First goal scorer. We've done score predictions. Now I want first goal scorer. Salah. Who backs against Salah in the first home game of the season? Oh, Milner's kept with the beard. He's not got rid of it. The same worst bench I've seen in a long time. But it's a strong starting 11, so... It's weird injuries have hit us like a wave, but we've got another 9 games after this. 9 days, sorry, not 9 games. Another 9 days after this. I'm sure we'll have more players coming back. Don't forget to have a kip. I don't kip at half time. I said this to you last time, Jen. If I had a kip at half time, I wouldn't wake up for the second half. It'd just be a partial watch along. Nunez brace, Salah brace, Trent assist hat trick. That would be perfect for me because one, I've got Nunez in my fantasy Premier League team. I have Salah in my fantasy Premier League team, and I have Trent in my fantasy Premier League team. So that would be my night. Perfect. Not had a great week so far with the fantasy Premier League. I thought I was really smart and I put Almiron in, which I know sounds mental, but he was the top scorer for Newcastle in pre-season. And I thought, well, no one's going to pick Almiron. 0.7% of people have picked Almiron. I was like, I'm bloody genius. He's not done very well. Almiron was not a smart move. It was not the best move I could have made. Darwin hat-trick incoming. Mo to score a brace. But can Nunez do it on a cold night in December down the coast? I know the only benefit of Stoke being in the Premier League was to say, yeah, but can he do it on a cold night in Stoke? Now what do they do? They just, can you play in the Championship on a cold night? Nunez brace, Salah brace, Trent assist hat-trick. Helio hopes to see a more disciplined Trent today. Leaving Zaha one-on-one against Nat will cause concerns. As much as I like Nat, he may not have the speed to go against Zaha. I think you make a really good point, because there's also Mitchell down that side as well. And he's no slouch, is he? I think he's a future England left-back. To be honest, I think he's going to go to one of the top teams. So I think that will be Palace's plan. Anderson on ball. Ping it behind Trent, Zaha, Mitchell run on, leave them one-on-one with Nat Phillips. I think that's probably going to be their plan. And it's not a bad one, is it? It's not, tactically, it's not a bad plan to try and take advantage of the space Trent leaves behind him. Obviously, we've gone ahead and we've put Milner and we've put Firmino. And obviously, I know Milner's on the other side, but Milner gives Fabinho the chance to sort of cover across a little bit more. But yeah, I think it's all about us dominating them. It's all about us dominating them. Just so that you know, when I go to the watch along screen, I'll do it so that you know the time that I'm watching it. If you do ruin the goal for me, I will cry live. No, I will cry live on stream because I'm watching on a laptop and I'm running multiple other things. I'm assuming I'm going to be a little bit behind some of you. So if you make me cry live on stream, I will blame Jen. So please don't do that. Jamie Todd, in the next few decades, which old club that used to be in the Prem will make a return to the top flight after many years away? I think it all comes down to money, that. I think it's which country oligarch billionaire buys a football club and just brings them right their way through. And that could be anybody. But you go with, if you were to do it from an investment and a business perspective, you would probably go with a team there's only one club in that city, and it would need to be a bigger city. That's why the owners did Paris Saint-Germain. That's why the owners did Newcastle. So it would probably be one of those. Getting ready for kickoff. Sheffield Wednesday, and we go. Here we go. Watchalong, here we go. Oh, they tried the little move, didn't they? Have you seen there's a video going at the moment. There's a couple of passes and then you try and play it in behind. It just didn't work. Sunderland, maybe. Sheff Wednesday, the Sheff United there. Straight away, 2 straight on Salah. Absolutely hounding him. Yeah, so you're looking for a singular location team. Leeds is the one that comes to mind for me. If I was to invest money, I've got Leeds. You might be able to get the whole of Yorkshire behind you to a degree. You know, that's why they put the white rose on the crest even. Liverpool straight away on top. Trent whipping it across. Oh, Nunez with a high foot. My God. Oh. If Nunez had clattered the keeper then, that could have been a really short Anfield debut. Really short. But it came out. Milner, lack of composure. Firmino over to Trent. Trent whips it in. No, he's alright. And then Milner comes in off the deflection and then blazes it. For a man that's so cool under a penalty, he had time there. He could have just lobbed that in. Could have just tapped it in. Tap it in. Give it a little tap. No. Oh, keeper's down. Keeper's injured. Milner to score a 30-yard screamer. Found something to bug you about the camera. Yeah, I noticed that. I think he especially at Fulham, blurry. Especially at Fulham, I noticed it as well. Fulham had a lowered camera because he felt so much closer to the pitch. I think you also felt so close to the pitch that you saw how hard it was to get out. It's not exactly a bad backup keeper. Sam Johnson, I thought, was actually going to come in as the main keeper for Crystal Palace this year, so he was absolute genius for West Brom last year. He's not exactly a bad player to come on for. If you are new here, please leave a like and a subscribe. If you subscribe, obviously it's subscriber chat turned on, so haha, checkmate if you want to have a chat with us. Milner captain today, if not mentioned earlier. It was not mentioned earlier. Feels weird seeing Darwin wearing number 27. You know, such a big player for us, and we're giving him a squad player's number almost. He's definitely a 9 though, isn't he? He's not a 7 for us. I think Carvalho could become a 7, although I think Elliott wants to become the 7. I think there's going to be a bit of a fight for that 7 jersey. And my bet is that Trent wants the 8. Trent wants number 8. I know many think that he's going to stick with 66 and make it iconic, but I think he wants the number 8. Keeper's alright, he's alive. Look at the hair, Jesus. I don't mind that. This Palace away kit is quite nice actually. I normally don't like the 2 stripes down the middle. Liverpool again coming forward with speed. Salah crosses it in. Elliott went up for the header. What chance does Elliott have winning a header? 10 for Jota would be a good shout. Although maybe Diaz. Although he might stick with his 23, might he? It's a little bit scrappy as we start in the game. But we're definitely on top. I think it's just... I think we just need to pull them apart a little bit. Nat Phillips nearly causing us chaos. He won't be waiting that long again. Trent straight in behind for Salah. Salah one-on-one with the defender on the side. Back to Elliot. Elliot has a strike. Come on, Elliot. Don't turn into that. I want to be a glory goal scorer. You're so good when you just wanted to be amazing. Who are we thinking's going to get the most goals? Are we thinking Salah or are we thinking Nunez? Who's your money on? Top scorer out of the two. I still think you can't look past Salah. Salah's got to be the top scorer for us, but he just scored such a nonchalant goal, though, didn't he, Nunez, last week? Robertson. We're getting slightly crowded out before we're wanting to sort of make our plays. Van Dijk looks nice and chilled, though. But that definitely looks to be the play, doesn't it? We're trying to put it straight behind the fullback. Oh, Robertson heads straight to a Palace player, but Elliot wins it back, gives it to Trent. Trent, ping. Straight down the line to Salah. Salah against Mitchell's going to be quite a good fight, actually. Mitchell's quite strong, quite fast. I think they're going to have a bit of a tussle. Zaha lying on the ground. A la Zaha. Nunez, some good play there. Getting it out to the wing to Salah. I'm liking how we're playing it. We're just not linking it as it comes together at the end. It seems like we're getting to the edge of the box. We just need to speed it up there and do some quick passing. But it's good play. We're definitely starting on the front foot in this one. That's the key. A lot of balls to Salah. It's going to be a lot to do with the Salah Mitchell. What was really interesting is, I think, as Helio put it, he's put Zaha as the lone wolf, and there's logic for that because Zaha won't track back the same. So when you've got Trent, Elliot, and Salah all together playing it around the centre back and the left back, and suddenly they're always outnumbered with some great players. So it makes sense to move Zaha out of the way and move someone else over there. Yeah, we're nice slow build up to a few things now. Ping out to Trent on the wing. Trent low cross flicks out. Elliot past one. Oh! Oh! Elliot nearly scored an absolute genius. Went past about two players if you're not able to watch it. And then it came back out to Trent, who just do it towards the back post. Nunez, instead of going with his head, tried to go with his feet, tried to get his foot to it. His foot was about here, where my hand is. Hello. And just I think he kneecapped it. Didn't even shin it. But intent, right position, lost his marker. Everything perfect apart from the finish. Palace are leaving a lot of space here. Trent's starting to get his range in. And we know what happens if Trent gets his range in. A lot of crossfield balls, a lot of long... I'm not going to call them long balls because Palace do the same. They're not long balls, they're long passes. There's some really clever long passing going on across from both teams, really. Like Palace trying to do it to get out of trouble, Liverpool doing it, to sort of move Palace from one side to the other. But where it's lacking at the moment is it's lacking in that little intricacy towards the end. Liverpool with the corner, Robertson in, didn't beat the first man. It was a good corner, but it just didn't beat the first man. Have another go, Robbo. Okay, that beat everybody. Okay, now it's just... It's just messy at the moment, and Palace trying to get it clear, and they can't get it clear. And I think when they can't get it clear, then they're panicking and stuff like that, and that's kind of what the Liverpool system's about with the pressing. So I can't really be too annoyed that it's got all messy. But I think we're currently got them camped in their half, and this is where we kind of need to take advantage of some of the dominance that we've got. We kind of need to try and get a goal. Try and make sure that, you like and subscribe, as Louis says. Yes, Louis, like and subscribe. It's checkmate at the moment anyway, because I say checkmate. I say that very, very throwaway. Because you need to be a subscriber to join the chat. I love the way we're pressing as well, Steve. It's really good. And I like how we're attacking with width and with long passes, and we're stretching them out. I just want to, Diaz on the ball at the moment. I want to see him really go at somebody. I think he needs to go past a few people to just really get that in him. Oh, Bojack, come on. Really? Well, we're not having Gomez hate today because he's done something, I can't remember the name of the player. I think it was an Arsenal player. Changed his number. Refused to do anything for the fans. Just you missed out on it, you lost out. Whereas today, what Gomez has done is anyone that's bought a Gomez shirt gets a complete new one with the number 2 on, and he will sign the 12 one. So on the day of all days, Bojack, we're not going to have any Gomez abuse because he's done a good thing for the fans of this club that other people don't do. That's my take on it today. We are a neutral Gomez situation. And I will, for the life of me, remember who that player was that refused to do anything for the young fans who he changed his number on. I'm sure Helio can find it. I think it was an Arsenal player. Oh, another beautiful crossfield pass. Absolutely pinging it around corner to corner at the moment. It's like tennis. And that one went into the box, straight into the goalkeeper's arms. But just seeing how relaxed we are in just... I mean, this is Palace's fault, and this should bite them on the arse. And I think if we were stronger squad-wise today... like you had your Diego Jota or someone like that who can really take advantage of the half spaces, I think they'd be in a lot of trouble. Fulham was a bad game for Firmino to come in. This type of game today where everything is just open, I think that's where you want to suck all our players together and just sort of interlink quickly after we've done some big cross-field passing. So it's strong at the moment. We're just taking a bit of the sting out of the game, calming down Nunez. doing a lot of the last man runs. I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to ping it into the 6-yard box straight to Diaz, but it just didn't work. So what's interesting, if you're not watching the game, Nunez is doing a lot of the Jamie Vardy type runs, is how I'll describe it. He's trying to find the gap between the wing, the right back or left back, and the centre back, and then run and spin into that gap, and then run directly through. And it's worked a few times. It's taken him away from goal, but he's really finding some good half spaces. And I think all he's got to do is make a run that gets him into a clear one-on-one space, and it to be a good pass. And it's going to be goal city for the guy. I think the amount of time they're giving us to do long passes, it's not going to be far away. Not going to be far away at all. 15 minutes gone, still 0-0. My timer is ideally in sync with the one that I'm watching, so if you are ahead and you ruin anything, I will cry live on stream. I've got hair in my mouth because my hair's long. I remember when we signed Nathaniel Klein, mainly because I'm old. I was really excited about signing Klein because I thought, he's going to be a great player for us. Look at him, he's going to change how we play. He's really exciting, quick, powerful, part of the Southampton revolution that we were doing at the time, and it just didn't work out for him really. I mean, I'm thankful obviously because Trent's come through, and I think he got a really big injury, and then Trent came through, and then as Trent came through, there was just no way back for Klein from that, and I think that's why he went. But Klein's injury is probably the main reason Trent got an opportunity. Oh, we're through. Robertson in the 6-yard box. Oh, that's got to be a handball. Diaz taking him on. Oh, he hit it. Diaz is calling for handball. I don't know. I think it might have been, but I don't know if it would be given because I think his hand was down by his side. I'm going to show a replay. Robertson looks to be onside. Robertson doing the last man run. He chests it down. One block, then Diaz. It definitely hits Anderson's arm, but I don't think it was a pen. Diaz is now getting into the zone as he's running past multiple players, fighting past them, although the ref didn't give that as a free kick for some reason. And then Jodnai, you thought he could. He kicked it into his arm. Yeah, I think it's because he was flicking it up, wasn't it? He flicked the ball up, and then as he flicked it up, obviously it hit the arm. But it's a shame because it's... Yeah, I mean, Diaz is... Like I said earlier, Diaz got into this little battle with someone where he put it through their legs, and suddenly he looks to be a different beast. He's just fighting for the ball again. I think he needs someone to get him going. Ooh, that's got to be offside. He didn't score anyway. And now the flag's gone up. It's going to be interesting when that finally leads to a injury, isn't it? How far off was he? Oh, he was quite a way off. He was quite a way offside. Like, when they leave that sort of gap, I mean, just call it offside. It's bloody obvious. The ball opened up like a Bible. Nobody opens up the Bible anymore, Jamie. Nobody, like, you go to a hotel, there used to be one in every drawer of every hotel you'd ever go to. Like, nightstand, there'd be a Bible everywhere you went. Not anymore. No, now there's a pamphlet for a guided nature walk. Or something random. "18 minutes gone, and we need a goal. We need a clear-cut shot on goal." Diaz one-on-one. It was well defended. Oh, to be Ward. Doing well there, doing well. Come on, Gary. Come on. We can do this. We have to channel the power. So if any of you are interested, you know, looking at the live Premier League table, we would be 13th. Oh no, that's not a live table. Hold on a tick. Looking at the live table, we would be 13th with 2 points. Crystal Palace will have pulled themselves out of the bottom 3 and be 16th with 1 point. These are all the exciting things. But so far, we have had 74% of the possession. We've had 6 shots, only 1 of which on target, 1 corner, and they've made 1 foul. I mean, it shows that we're not really... We're dominating. We're definitely dominating possession, but we're not creating clear-cut opportunities. If only 1's been on target, 20 minutes gone. I mean, if there was a stat for the amount of crossfield balls, I think that would be in its 30s. It's a crazy amount of crossfield balls at the moment. But we're moving it around and we're trying to find some space, and that's the critical element. Diaz is getting himself into the game, but he finds himself in a battle pretty much every time he's running. I think they're hounding, closing him down. So he's just got to get comfortably moving to a different position, pull the centre-back out of position. Salah through. Ooh. Spooned. Trent, far post. Robertson, back to Nunez. Cleared. Cleared. We're definitely putting the pressure on. I think we're not speeding up though. Right, we're slowing down when it gets into those moments. I think we really need to put the gas down. Oh, Diaz pass 1, flicks it into Nunez, flicks it out to Salah. Salah back to Trent. Oh, Trent went for another one. Edge of the box, Robbo. Ah, bad pass, Elliot. Bad pass. Get it back. There we go. We build up again. We're slowly building the pressure now, it seems. Definitely seems like there's more pressure being put on. We're camped outside their box at the moment, and the interlinking passes seemingly are making more of a difference. Trent, Salah, oh! Wide. Trent gets himself clear through on the right-hand side of the box, just passes it towards the penalty spot to where Salah is. I think Salah takes it with his right foot. No, his left foot. Took it with his left foot and moved it away. Elliot saying that Palace fans to nobody's surprise a chorus of "Is this the library?" rings out at the away end. I think Liverpool fans are feeling this pressure at the moment, and they need to get behind the team. They need to let them know. Oh, this is Anfield, and we're here to be entertained. "22 minutes gone, and a Liverpool goal is on the cards, but we're not creating clear-cut opportunities. But I would say it looks like they've given 20 minutes for Trent to be getting his passing in. It looks to be pinging it around in all sorts of places. And yeah, I think it's just a matter of time at the moment. I wouldn't even say it's inspired defending at the moment. We're just building pressure, really. But we're not building we're not building pressure with clear-cut shots. Van Dijk having one from 45 yards is just basically a demonstration of how boring we're being in terms of attacking at this moment in time. It's just meh. And we're not creating clear opportunities, which is why we're just taking these absolute pot shots that mean nothing. So We go again. We'll build up again. Hopefully we'll create a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Another one flicked behind for Salah. Salah on the byline. Outside of his foot. Palace defender. Back to Salah. Salah chips it in to Milner, who flicks it. It's like we've turned into this crossing team where all we're doing is just pinging it across. And they're not good crosses. They're hopeful crosses. They're hopeful, like, chips in. And it's just starting to get predictable and infuriating. And I think it was demonstrated by Van Dijk's 45-yard pot shot for no reason other than he was bored. Yeah, it's one of those where I think Jamie's just nailed it on the head, where if it gets to 60 minutes, are we just going to run out of ideas and just take these crazy 30, 25-yard shots and not do anything with it? We really need to use our brain a bit, create pressure, create a mistake, and score a goal, as opposed to just smashing it in the box and letting them clear it, because they've got 3 centre-backs there. Milner tries to crash into Eze. Eze too strong. Puts it down the line. Nat Phillips uses his natural pace. Oh, who was that? Nunez just dribbled it straight over Mitchell. Like, oh no, schlup. Keepy uppies over his head. I'll take it. Come on, Darwin. You're in my fantasy Premier League. I need you to get me a goal. Robertson's been bombing forward a lot this half. He's really, really done quite well. But like everyone else, it's the final ball. Just getting crowded out in the box. But it was good. They tried to do interlinking play. They tried to do quick little passes. They tried to create space and panic, and it nearly worked. Now we're starting to create sustained pressure. This feels like it's going to be a good moment. Oh, Robertson's just slowed it all down now, looking for someone to throw the bloody ball to, and he's gone straight to a Palace player who volleys it. Vieira's defence is very strong. It is really. But we're playing straight into it. We're just crossing balls into nothingness. Yes, our recovery game's been solid, but we've given it away more than anything. Look at it. I get what you mean about our recovery game, but all they can do is really defend the box. We put across it and they head it out. We get the ball back. Oh, they created some good space there, crossing the box. Gets it clear. Oh, nearly Diaz. Anderson's gone down. If Anderson's gone down, then Palace are in big trouble. Oh, no, he seems fine. Trying to get a foul from Nunez. I think it was actually a really good tackle from Nunez, but because it was from behind, you normally get a foul against you for stuff like that, don't you? 28 minutes gone, 0-0. And in the first half so far, Liverpool have 77% possession. They've had 9 shots, 1 from 45 yards from Virgil van Dijk because he was bored. 1 on target, 1 corner. We were creating pressure. Now Palace are having a little go. I think we've just cleared it. And now we're coming in. Oh, we were nearly through on the counter-attack then. Palace had an attack and that nearly created a 3-on-1 for us. This is good. Alisson quickly out Robertson at pace. Straight to Elliott. Elliott crossfield to Trent in the centre of the park. Trent pings it over. Nunez, header. Oh, straight at the keeper. Salah, sorry. That was very good play. Elliot was playing on the left-hand side, this Thiago sort of position. And then Trent was slap bang in the middle of the park like a number 10. Clips over a cross. If Salah didn't head it, Diaz was going to get it. Might have been better for Salah to leave it, but Salah's not leaving a heading opportunity 6 yards out from goal, is he? Not a chance. First shot on target was pathetically weak, but it's a first shot on target. They're reporting signs of frustration from the fans now. Again, this is the spoiled brattiness I talked about earlier from our fans. Like, we have no right to just deserve this. Our job is to support the team. Our job is to make them feel like they can run through walls, not to bitch and moan and groan when we don't score 5 in the first 3 minutes. Starting to pass the ball around now. We're starting to build up the tempo, starting to build up pressure. This is good. It's the last ball that's going wrong. Schlupp nearly with a great run there. He got crowded out in the end, but he really went for it. Elliot really looks to be getting control of this game. I've been quite impressed with him so far this half. Elliot seems to want the ball. He seems to be demanding the ball almost. Like, give me the ball, I will move us into the space, I will move us around the half spaces. And his passes seem to always hit the man. Whereas others are doing these passes and they're just going waywardly wrong. He looks to be very mature in how he's trying to build up our play. He tries to find a pocket of space, receive the ball, move it forward, find another pocket of space. I'm really impressed by how he's doing it. Elliot through now, right hand side, inside to Salah. Getting crowded out because he's running through the centre. Oh, nearly messed it up and nearly sent it through to Milner. And then absolute great move from Eze. Is Zaha onside? They're going to wait again. Oh, Zaha's in. Was he onside? Dum dum dum. Was he onside? Was he onside? Someone could tell me in the chat if they know. They're celebrating like it was. If he was in his own half, then he's definitely onside. Oh, he's definitely on. He's on. It's a goal. Definitely on. Well done, Palace. 1-0. I think he's on. Yeah, replays. Miles on. Definitely on. One 0 Palace. That first shot, the first shot on target. The first attack. And they score. Sloppy defending, Gary. I mean, he just caught him offside. This is the problem when you play a high line with someone like Nat Phillips, who's not the quickest. He's quick, but he's not, not Canate, Joe Gomez quick, and he's not as intelligent as Matip. That's why Nat Phillips isn't one of the top centre-backs. Zaha has used his intelligence, used his brain, and my 4 points for a clean sheet is out the window. From Trent on my Fantasy Premier League, how devastating is that? This is going to be interesting to see how we react from this. Because I think the way our fans have been by creating this hostile and tense atmosphere, this pressure building, I think it could go one of two ways. Nunez strike outside the box. Again, shitty place to shoot from. Well, I mean, it's a shitty place to shoot. It's pretty much on the right-hand corner of the right-hand side of the box. 5 yards in, and he shoots. With six, just got no chance of going in. Just no chance. At all. Palace diving, doing their best to slow the game down now. That's what they're going to do, isn't it? I can feel it. I can feel they're going to do a full-on Everton did against us towards the end of the season, where they're just going to slow it down, drop to the floor, cry about everything, need the physio on about everything, and just make the game almost impossible to play. Trent, stop shooting. Why? There's a wall in front of you and you have an entire team. And we're doing it again. We're shooting from the edge of the box when you know, how many goals do you get from the edge of the box? Very few. So why don't you just try and 1-2 it, try and go around the corner, pass to someone, run, create space, create indecision, create gaps, create opportunity. But we're not doing it. We're just having it around the edge of the area, standing next to the centre-back, and then hoping the person in front of it is just going to rifle one in the top corner from 50 yards away. And then when we do take the shot and it bounces favourably in Palace's thing, they just counter-attack at pace. Don't get angry. It's a Monday. Be fine. Ugh. 37 minutes. We're coming towards half time. Liverpool 0, Crystal Palace 1. And it's not looking good. Played well. We haven't played badly, but we've been too predictable for me. Been infinitely predictable. We're either trying to play it down the channel for Nunez, or we're trying to cross it in from bad positions. And it's just created us problems. I mean, we're pretty much trying to cross it in from every single angle. Milner with a good cross, straight into the hands of the keeper. Oh, well tackled by Trent. But again, we're just not getting anything going. We're not building anything. It's really weird, this game. It's almost like we've seen United play and we've gone, well, they're terrible and they beat us, so surely we've just got to be terrible as well, because something's not clicking at the moment. There's something that needs to change. I think actually we need half time to just regroup. Klopp, get them back functioning. get a bit more. I think probably Henderson's going to come on again. Because Nunez has just been crowded out. Leaves Zaha 2-on-1. You got yellow carded then? No, Diaz. I gave him a yellow card for a pullback of a shirt. Oh, through. Thank God we got Alisson. Thank God we got Alisson Becker. Onside. Again. Through. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Alisson, absolute. Plays it perfectly. It would have been 2-0. That's what you need a goalkeeper for, but it's not worth anything unless we can score. Implosion incoming. Counter-attack. Salah. No, you hit it too hard. Straight to Alisson. Alisson throw to Trent. Seeing if we could have got the counter going quicker. Coming up to half time. Going to ask chat, make a sub. Make a sub to change the game. The bench is not the strongest bench. But you've got to change this game up. Something's got to change. What change do you want? What change do you think we need? How do we need to change this up to do better? Because something's got to change. I don't think it's Nat Phillips, because one mistake, yes, they scored off that one mistake, but I don't think it's a centre-back. What change would you make to get us through? Because we are mentality monsters. We can change this up. We can still win this. Is it Carvalho? Is it Henderson? Is it Joe Gomez? What do we need to do to bring this back? To bring everything back in line? Let me know in the chat. And if you are new here, please like and subscribe to the channel. It is much as appreciatus. Pass again on the counter attack. Nat Phillips there doing well then. Liverpool on counter attack. Oh, he really gave it some Harvey Elliott then with his header. Really gave it some. And it was onside as well. Ooh. Finally a proper shot on target. I mean, proper shot. It was a header, but still. It was something. Corner in. Palace get it again. Palace come quick to try and get the counter attack. I've whacked it out as a poll. Who do we need to bring on to change the game as we creep towards half time? Let me know. Jimmy still saying no one. I don't know if Zaha gets past Van Dijk. I think if they were to have a race, he might win. But the question is, Who do we need to bring on to change the game? We've got an open poll as we come towards half time. Let me know who you think we need to bring on, because things are not going rosy in the garden. Hopefully we can get a bit of a Klopp talk down us, make some positive changes and do something great. Ideally we can equalise by half time, but something's not working. There we go, a little bit of interplay and suddenly chaos, and Salah was nearly clean through then. Starting to put pressure on, but every time we try and take that pot shot, it bounces out, and that's where Zaha's trying to strike. He's trying to take advantage of. So what do we need to do at the break? Who do we need to bring on? What sort of changes do we need to make to turn this into a more positive game? We've got an active poll at the moment, but come on. We need to do something. We need to make some positive change. We need to make a positive difference in this game. Palace cannot just let this run out to the end of time. What do you think we need to do? Who do you think we need to bring on? What changes do you think we need to make? Fabinho's not playing the best either. Is that the change you'd make? Henderson off, Fabinho on. Fabinho on. It's just something's not clicking with us at the moment. I don't know if we're trying a completely different new style of attack or something like that, but we just seem to be crowding ourselves out, making it easy to be, making it easy for them to defend us. What should we do? Let us know in the chat, let us know in the comments, get involved in the poll. I'm feeling like a Carvalho might be an option here, some little interplay, creating opportunities. Once again, Trent with a cross, 20 yards away from the box on the right hand side, just crossing it in, hopeful that Nunez can get there, and there's no chance. There's 3 fecking defenders there. It's just mental that we think that that's going to be suitable. Diaz has been quiet. He needs to get more involved in the game. There we go. Oh, is he? Oh, very quickly got that back by Palace defender. I don't know which one it was. Trent legging it up for the corner. Nearly out of nowhere. Salah would have been clean through. He'd have probably put that in, knowing Salah. But it's just not clicking at this moment in time, and we need to do something. We need to make a positive change. Corner in. Nat Phillips. Nunez. Chest it down. Nunez puts it in! Oh! Van Dijk! How did that not go in? Comes in Nunez. Oh, he slices it. Oh, and it comes off the post. Oh my God, how the hell does that happen? Comes in brilliantly, chests it, slices it straight up in the air. Oh. Unbelievable. Half time. Liverpool 1-0 down. Something's got to change. We're going to make some sort of positive difference in this game. Nunez nearly. Cross comes over, he was free at the back post, chests it down, slices it, misses. Something's got to change. We've got to make some sort of positive difference. We need to step it up. We need to make a positive change. I've put 3 players in the chat. Obviously, if there's another, please put it in the chat. I'm going to go for a quick break and a cry. Have a vote on the poll. Let me know what you think Liverpool need to do. At this moment in time, we could be bottom half of the table with a certain Manchester club, unless we do something different. So have a vote on the poll. Tell me what change you think we need to make, and I will catch you again in a few minutes. Well. Things are not going to plan, are they? So we got a good few votes so far. I think 54% are going with Carvalho, 23% Henderson, 23% other. Who do you think we need? Bring on Keita. Keita could be the solution. Actually, not a bad shout. Heavy presser. Really get involved, really get in their faces, really make it gritty. I think we're missing some of that interplay. What I don't like about Keita is how he tries to shoot from 45 yards, which is what every other is doing at this moment in time. But yes, his freshness is definitely what's needed at this moment in time. Harvey's so clear. Harvey's doing brilliantly. I completely agree. Salah and Nunez need to go, in my opinion. Sell them for a combined 10 million. Hello, Chedu. How are you, sir? It's been a while. Haven't had you on a stream in a while. It'd be great to get you back on. Play a bit of Hunger Games. But something's going wrong. I think we're shooting from too far out. We're too far outside the box. We're just pot-shotting. I knew it was going to be shit when Van Dijk took that shot on from 45 yards out, and it was just, nah. Something was going wrong then. So we really need to change it up as we move into the second half. We really need to do something different. How Nunez didn't score, that I have no idea. How that missed. I think once he's up to speed with thing and he's not feeling the pressure and he's comfortable at Anfield and everything like that, I think he slams that straight in the top corner. But we need to up the game. We need to up the levels. So last couple of minutes before the second half start, what do we need to do to change the game? We've had 16 votes. 56% people think Carvalho needs to come on to change the game. A little bit of intricate running, his mazy dribbling, sort of creation of little 1-2s around the corner. Can he be the difference? 28% think Henderson, maybe on for Fabinho, someone to stand at the back and just sort of dictate play and tell people, stop shooting from 45 yards, you idiot. It's not going to go in the back of the net. Nobody thinks Gomez should come on to change the game. Keita, I think, was one of the most popular options. His high pressing skills, really in the top end of the pitch. Could he do something? Could he really sort of win us the ball back and create some opportunities, create a bit of chaos, create a bit of drama and help us bring it through in the second half? Poll closed in a few minutes' time. Looking at the transfer market, surely there's no reason why we can't bring in someone like Owen, who seems to be Nottingham's next signing. But if we swoop in, he wouldn't say no. You were right. There was a link with Liverpool and Owen quite a while ago. Bojack, Salah equals overpaid. 17 Liverpool chances first half, 3 on target. 17 chances, all of which, all the shots were from outside the box, apart from the ones that were on target, which is what's absolutely ridiculous about this. We've just gone, and then shot from fucking nowhere. Carter says, bring on Costas. Squidley, we're crap. We were crap. Klopp needs to change something tactically to overcome the low block. Yes, and we need to stop shooting from outside the box and putting in pathetic crosses that don't even get past the first of the 3 defenders. That's not going to help us get anywhere. We're not going to do anything against that sort of defence. We need to be cleverer. We need to bring it into a player who's able to switch it round. Had to score 3. Owen may not be better than Harvey, but he's better than Ox, Henderson and Milner. I'll give you 2 out of 3. I'm a big fan of Milner. I'm a big fan of Henderson, to be fair. I'm a big fan of Henderson, to be fair. I don't know what I'm more excited about, because they're just showing an advert, for the new Game of Thrones. But there's the new Game of Thrones and then there's the new Lord of the Rings. And for me, I think it's the new Lord of the Rings. I can't wait for the new Lord of the Rings. I think it's going to be unreal. But, you know, the Game of Thrones one has dragons in, and I like dragons. And he's just because Darwin is tall doesn't mean that we should sling the ball needlessly and carelessly. You are correct. The crosses have been pathetic. Pathetic. It's just rubbish attempts at just whipping a ball in. And it's not even from like the crossing positions. It's like just like halfway between their box and our half. We're taking a cross and we're just trying to whip it in. We got stuck playing down the right hand side, I think. We were doing a bit down the left with Robertson and Diaz, and then it just all went to shit. Isn't he almost on the right? Cheddy, right? I can't say that because I'm in I'm late 30s, so I can't turn around and say Milner's going to a retirement home. I can't back you up on that one, mate. No, we've played. This is the thing. I think we've played good until we've got around their box. When we've got near their box, we've panicked. Like a teenager on prom night, where he finally gets alone with the lady that he's been courting for so long. And it just, I don't know what to do type of thing. The vote's about to close. Who do we need to bring on to change the game? 30% say Henderson, 57% say Carvalho, 13% say other, where we've had nominations for Keita and I can't remember. People saying Elliott has been the best player on the pitch so far. I would have to agree. I think he's found space. I think he's looked calm. I think he's tried to play intricately. I think Salah's played well, but Salah's not been in really positions where he can score. I think Salah's been finding himself wide out on the wings and stuff like that. So I think he's been finding himself in positions where he's got to create for other people and not score himself. I think maybe we need to get Salah in more positions where he can be a threat. We just have no composure once we get near the box. All these dumb pot shots. Exactly that. And I think that's exactly what Klopp's going to be saying. Stop shooting from ridiculous places. We're coming back out for the second half. I'm going to close the poll now. Thank you for everyone that participated. We believe Carvalho is going to come on and change the game. That is what we're going for. Salah is looking like a proper winger today. He is. Absolutely. And Charles, you're right about Diaz. Diaz is always on the back foot. He seems to be getting the ball, and the millisecond he gets the ball, he's in a fight with someone for that ball. It's not... The ball comes to him, and then suddenly he's got some time to just sort of run at them. He's stopping, which is pissing me off. He's stopping, thinking about what he wants to do next, and then he's in a battle. Straight away in a battle. Straight away in a fight. And he needs to just get involved a little bit more, do some more things. Looks like no subs. Doesn't mean that subs aren't coming. Doesn't mean that subs aren't coming. People are going to get their little option. That's their little opportunity. That's Klopp's way. And then changes are coming. No, he's never going to sub someone at 1-0 down, but about 60 minutes is normally about the time where he'll will the changes. He'll will the change acts. Definitely told him to mark Diaz right. Let's get ready for the second half. Big second half. We're going to be celebrating a lot this second half. I can feel it in my bones. We're ready. Here we go. So again, if my stream's behind yours or in sync or anything like that, it's fine. It is what it is. But let's not ruin the sporting pleasure for everybody. In the chat, there we go. Let's just position myself in a good way. There we go. That's better. I'm half over the clock there with the green screen. Don't know how Louis does it. Ah! There we go. Ish. I'll sort it out again in a bit. Well, it annoys me. Right, second half. We're underway. Here we go. Chedu. Harvey Elliott on the right hand side, running at players, turning back. You see, it's a very clever player, isn't he? Not just making a pass to try and make a pass forward. The score is wrong. How has the score not changed on this one? I will. Don't you worry. Normally, when you change it on the first half, it changes it on the second half, but for some reason it didn't. But we're all good now. I took their goal away. Did take their goal away. They didn't deserve it. We go again. We believe, we support, we do our duty. Come on. This is what we do. Get in these situations. We get in these situations where we find ourselves behind because it's more fun. It's more fun to come from behind and absolutely destroy a team's spirit and will and thing than it is to just, win easily. So this is all just part of our wonderful game. But that's what I believe anyway. Can do this. Trent, big half. Carry it on. There we go. Now we're moving at pace. Through. Nunez back and just wasn't set up for him, really, was it? Just couldn't get a clean strike of it. Oh. And so many United jokes for today as well. Trent with a absolute belter of a ball to Robertson. Go on, Robertson, take the shot. Yeah, screwed it, but he had to take the shot on. He had to take the shot on. The keeper ran out, edge of his box on the right hand side, cleared it, went straight to Robertson. It came down, but he just couldn't get a good strike on it. I think the keeper sliced it. Had that much spin on it. When you realise the first goal of the Cup this season went to Palace. Ooh, was that a handball? I think it was more a block. I don't think he really could have got his hands out of the way. No, you two play nicely, blah, 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 blah. You know what the story is. We can do this. Bit of ping pong. I mean, that was a foul on Nunez because he was like that. They don't give those though, do they? Unless the striker dives on the floor like he's been shot. They never give them. Even though the ref can see it because it's two arms over the top like that. Never give it. Don't know why. Always winds me up, that. Right. Palace having a bit of a go. Again, Zaha in a race against Phillips. Phillips just takes him out. Ref doesn't give the foul. I thought that was a blatant. I mean, he did run at him, tried to run through him, which obviously there's nothing Phillips can do. But I thought it was a guaranteed foul, that. Seems the ref's not falling for Zaha's usual game. Oof. Ball into Nunez. Ball came bouncing off Nunez. That was a Lukaku level first touch, that one. But I think he's just, again with Nunez, I think he's just got to settle. You just got to give him time. Eze feeling the pressure, puts it straight out. Harvey Elliott legs for the ball. Trent, come on, look at Elliott. He's trying to keep the speed up. That's how we break these teams down. Pure speed, pure aggression, pure opportunity. Go, 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 go. Be relentless. I think Zaha struggles with reputation, to be honest. Anissa. Yeah, Anissa. I'm going with Anissa. Nat Phillips with a crunching tackle. Eze, good crossfield ball there, puts them in space. 3-on-3. Liverpool swarm back very quickly. Diaz legging it back. Virgil looked to be out of position, but someone blocked the cross, so everything was good. Now they're trying to play it around. Liverpool come at a counter-attack. It was a bad first touch. Oscar, calm down. We were 14 points behind last season, remember? 14 points behind City last season, and we still brought it back. So let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, as the saying goes. It will be okay. The world will not end. It will continue to revolve. We will continue to develop. Blah, blah, blah. Everything else. They're starting to play slow the game down games. I hate those games. It's what I hate most about football, if I'm honest. The thing I hate most about football is when people just slow the game down to nothing. And they just, drop on the floor, hold their knee, call for that type of gamesmanship winds me up. I think it's the ex-rugby in me, where you don't fake going down, you just never go down. Because if you go down, it shows that someone's hurt you. Whereas football, it's like, oh, I've got an ouchie on my boo-boo. And, ugh. I am getting a bit stressed. Because we're not creating opportunities. Palace are on top at the moment. Palace are on top. And I don't like it because we should be doing better than this. We're better than this. Yeah, you can look at the statistics and the percentage possessions and everything that goes with it, but Nunez, edge of the box, will he get there? Yep, crosses it in, no one's there. Comes out to Salah at the edge of the box. Oh, Salah did well then to get it out to Robertson, who, another pointless, blocked cross. But it was just going to be another one of those whipped in crosses that doesn't beat the first defender. There we go, Robertson takes a step inside. Starts to move them around a bit. And then another pointless cross comes in. There we go. Leaving Eze to run at space behind Trent. Eze zigzagging around with Zaha. Really good interlink play between them. Really good interlink play. United had the possession and lost 4-0. Oh, don't be like that, Jamie. Don't be like that. But yes. We just need to start to get some rhythm going, some opportunities created, some shots on target. Stop hitting Salah as a winger. Start putting him in positions, where he can slam it in the back of the net. Great run from Elliott. Gets to the byline of the box. Could get a quick touch on it. Elliott's doing everything he can to get this game going. Diaz tried an overhead kick. Got something on it, but... I would say that Harvey Elliott is doing absolutely everything he can to get this game going. Who's been sent off? Nunez red. Oh, come on. Really? Wow. Well, this is not good. This is not good. I mean, I will say this. The way thingy went down, it was like he'd been shot in the face, Anderson. Well played by Anderson. Definitely. Nunez can't do what he did. Nunez definitely can't do what he did, but the way Anderson went down like he'd been shot after multiples of trying to headbutt somebody. Interestingly, I think the first attempt at a headbutt was actually an intentional headbutt. I think the second one was more play acting from Anderson, but what the hell's going on with Nunez in his head? I mean, I'll tell you one thing I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be in a room with Klopp the day after I've been sent off for a headbutt. Could you imagine? No, that will get turned over from appeal, because you could see the first one, he was intentionally trying to headbutt him for some reason. Yeah, makes sense. Bring Henderson on. Start to bring on. Yeah, I think this is going to be interesting, actually. Now you've got 5 subs. When you get a red card, you can bring on a whole team of fresh legs, can't you? You can really sort of bring on energy again. You can bring on people that are going to run through the wall. Bojack saying it took Suarez. Yeah, but Suarez also did brilliant things immediately, didn't he? It took him a season to get ready, but he was doing unbelievable things. I remember his first goal where the ball just trickled over the line and stuff. But yeah, we need to. This is going to have to be a classic Liverpool masterclass if we're going to pull this off, because 10 men at home against Palace, striker sent off. Let's see what we've got. Has Nunez been sent off before? I don't know, actually. I will look that up. Oh, Scott! I was looking up red cards. Fucking Diaz. Now you've woken up. Finally, pressure. Come on, Luis Diaz. We don't need 11 against this team. Right side, Diaz. Pass 1, pass 2. Running past 3. Slams it. Oh my God, Luis Diaz. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the new Premier League season. I was looking at Darwin Nunez red cards and I completely missed that absolute piece of aggressive wing play. Finds the gap. Takes the shot. Keeper nowhere near. Side netting first. You always want side netting first. Luis Diaz has turned this game into a classic. I would say it is even 50-50 now. Palace have got 11 men. We've got 10. Obviously, we're Liverpool. So it's... Finally, I think Anfield might have woke up. Just thinking about my fantasy Premier League points, they're going to be hit. I made my subs as well today. The mistakes I've made in life. Right. Milner off. Gomez on. Costas on. Now is the time. You Joe Gomez, you beautiful man, you're going to score as a winner. You're going to get your first ever Liverpool goal, and it's going to be a top corner winner in the 92nd minute against Crystal Palace. But either way. I think we must have gone to a 4-3-2 now. With saying to Nunez and Salah, just win the game. Salah looks to have gone to 9 actually. Elliott looks to be playing the right wing /10. Oh, this is what we want. Darwin Nunez, brilliant flick. Oh, he's woken up now, hasn't he? Now he's crossover, chopping, winning the ball, fighting for it. Oh, come on. So they go in on Diaz about 5 times. No foul, no foul. Fabinho goes in, wins the ball, but with power. Foul. Unreal. Unreal. Oh, yeah. Forgot to do the team. Got so excited. Got so invested in the game. Sorry, guys. Liverpool now on it. Why have we only got 10 men? Darwin Nunez headbutted Anderson. Multiple attempts, Jen. Multiple attempts. Deserved red. Deserved red. And from the looks of things, I can't see him ever having a red in his career. Pressure. Trent looking at the cross, thinking, oh, I'm going to hit Virgil van Dijk here. Salah thinking, if you miss, it's coming to me. Well, Salah didn't go, so he would have got there. So 3-match ban, great thing is Jota is back up. Yeah, but where is Jota? Jota's been injured. I think Jota would have started the season, to be honest. I think Jota would have been playing right now. Darwin Nunez would have been slowly integrated into the team. But Jota got injured in pre-season, didn't he? Yes, this is the pressing I want to see. Salah running down 4 players. Every time Palace player gets the ball, there's a Liverpool player just sprinting onto them. This is what I want to see. Out to Trent. Trent and Harvey Elliott have worked their ass off this game. I would say, regardless of the result, those 2 players have been easily our best 2 players. Apart from that pass from Trent was shocking. Tell you what, someone's woke up Luis Diaz, haven't they? That guy is now suddenly at war. "67 minutes gone. Liverpool won. Crystal Palace won. It could go either way." Ooh. Yellow card for Ward. Goes through the back. Darwin Nunez. Oh yeah, that's a bad one. It's only a yellow, it's just a bad one. Long ball to Salah. Salah couldn't control it. Oh, this is what you live for, isn't it? This is what we live for. Moments like this. You don't want to do it the easy way. Who wants a 4-0 at Bournemouth? And I've been waiting all weekend for the football. I want a fecking classic. And this has the opportunity to become a classic. Van Dijk wins the ball. Henderson, bad ball Henderson. He just went for the space then. That's a problem we had all game. Eze. Ooh, Eze's a good player, you know. He could do like the Wijnaldum job in our midfield. Really comfortably. Strong on the ball, good dribbling, quick. He'd be a good option for us, you know, Eze. If he carries on like he is, I know he's coming back from a serious injury, but he could be a really good option. Costas, bad cross, bad cross. I think Robertson's first 20 minutes were really good, but nobody else was on the wavelength. Everyone else was doing stupid things. He was getting himself in really good positions, but no one was... Yeah, people weren't doing the runs, I think, with Robertson in the first 20 minutes, and then I think he turned as bad as everybody else. There we go, start linking the play, make them run around, disorganised, different positions. I don't get why we didn't play like this in the first half. We've only got 2 up front now. Why are we down to 10 men, gent? We are down because Darwin Nunez headbutted Anderson of Crystal Palace. He went for him twice. It was definitely a red card. It was definitely deserved. And yeah, he got sent off in his first home game. Two points out of 2 games isn't good enough. Fundamentally we needed 6 points out of these games because when you lose to teams that you should win, it means that teams where... Oh, Trent, you spooned that badly. Yeah, so when you draw or lose to teams that you technically should win, it means that you have to beat teams that you could draw or lose against. So it really puts more pressure on you as a team. So it's not good. No, it is sad. I think Anderson got in his head, but it's the first time he's been sent off in his career. I looked it up. But yeah, it was just bad decision making. Pressure got to him. I wouldn't want to be sat in Klopp's office in the morning when Nunez gets summoned. I think for Nunez' sake, be better if Liverpool came through this. Because I wouldn't want to be sat in front of Klopp after I've got sent off. Oh, what a ball. What a take. Oh, nearly Luis Diaz was nearly one-on-one with the keeper from a 50-yard ball from Van Dijk. I think it was Van Dijk. Trent's put on so much bulk, I get confused at times. Yeah, that was a foul. He will learn. Yeah, it will learn. It was definitely a sending off. I can't defend it in any way, shape or form. I think the one that hit him, Anderson went down a bit theatrically, but the one that he tried to do beforehand, he genuinely tried to headbutt him. He genuinely tried to hurt him, even though he didn't get him. Therefore, he deserved to be sent off. I think that's the man we need. They're showing on the screen at the moment, which is Jota. We need Jota back. We need that poacher back. We need that person that just appears out of nowhere and scores the goal. That's what we're missing at the moment. I think with Jota back in the team, it just changes things. I think Jota gives Salah more space to be offensive. I do like Eze though. I'll give Crystal Palace a quick ring before the end of the transfer window and say, hey, any chance you want to sell Eze to us as a midfield option, because he's good. I think he could very easily be Wijnaldum type player. Yeah, no, it was a cracking goal. That was just Diaz being up for the fight for once. I think he's had a slow start to the season. I think he's one of those. I think you need to fire under him to get him going. But we'll get there. I think he'll easily come into speed. You think Palace have one more chance? How many more chances do you think we've got? We still have 73% possession. We've had 21 shots, 4 on target. Palace have had 4 shots, 3 on target. That tells you a little bit about how we've been shooting. It's been interesting. Salah down the byline, corner. We haven't been taking the best shots that we should have been. Mitchell's now starting to get... Oh, that was hamstring. Or groin, he was stretching then. Costas... stepping up, take the first corner. Doesn't quite beat the first man. Goes to Zaha. Oh, Zaha with a brilliant touch to get away from Trent. And Diaz gets back and takes it off him. I think he took an elbow in the face, but just got straight up. Brilliant play from Diaz. Legged it back. Zaha with a brilliant piece of skill to get away from Trent and then just absolutely legged it back. Players are moving around now to get the ball up. Offensive options. In terms of who we've brought on, Jen, we have brought on Gomez for Phillips, we brought on Costas for Robertson, and we brought on Henderson for Milner. And Salah just played it behind Trent as he was coming through. Eze is doing so much work for Crystal Palace. If we win this, he does not deserve to be on the losing team. He has worked this game. He has tried his best to make that link between Zaha and himself alive by running constantly. Salah trying to find space. I'm just pinging it back and forth now. They're pressing us, we're pressing them. It's gonna be a mistake that wins it, I think. I think both teams are not going for the draw. Someone's gonna make a mistake and it's gonna, I hope it's a piece of genius. Oh, nearly a great ball to Diaz from Henderson, but it just a little bit too much on it. He just couldn't take it down. Jen, we do need a poacher's goal. We definitely need a poacher's goal. And unfortunately, our poacher, which is Jota, is still injured. He's not back yet. 76 minutes gone, 1-1. I think it's going to come down to a mistake at this moment in time. And I hope it's a Palace mistake and not a Liverpool one. Because Palace are just going to attack rapidly on the counter-attack and try and poach one that way. Cross in, Van Dijk, heads clear, Palace, second ball. Holy crap. How did he miss that? Jamie, you're a little bit ahead of me, but how did he miss it? That might have been their one chance. Yeah, maybe. I hope so. 77 minutes, 15 minutes left. I think there's definitely a couple of chances left. They're making 3 subs. Please check the timer, Jamie. You might be a little bit ahead of me. So if something major happens, please don't ruin it. Please, please, please. Taking Eze off. I think they might lose this now, you know. I think Eze's been their main player. Carvalho on for Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott's race was run. He was looking exhausted. Could Liverpool find a new hero, but not be the one that we all expected? Could it be Carvalho comes on, Fabio Carvalho, and is the new hero and not Darwin Nunez? I don't like it when we're pinging it around at the back, when it's 3-on-3. Moving it around, finding space. Costas working it in the middle. Palace crash into themselves, but get it clear. Trent shepherds it out. That throwing coach, come on, make him worth his money. That throwing coach was not worth his money on that one. Out wide to Trent. You're never getting a penalty for that. Now 2-on-1. Ooh. We're just getting blocked out. We're just not getting clear shots. But instead of just taking a pot shot, we're recycling it and trying to find another angle, which is good. But we're just not able to get through. I hope we win it. I mean, this has been, thankfully, this has been exciting football. It's not just been boring because you just don't know what's going to happen. Palace 2v2. It's going to be 2v4. But, you know, one of them's Van Dijk, so... Carvalho trying to find space back to Alisson. There we go. Could Nunez do us a favour by getting sent off? Believe it or not. We're down to the last 10 minutes. And anyone could win. Nobody's clear. Palace smell blood and are going for it. Anderson's risking a lot with the double arm over the shoulder type defence. Out to Costas. Costas is just by himself. There we go. Oh, he went for a nutmeg. Didn't work, but you gotta love it. Oh, we got a foul. His high noodliness. If Palace score, he's become the most hated player by the fans. I think Anderson's going to make it into a top 6 team, to be honest. Gomez slams it in from 45 yards. No. Plays it to Carvalho, the more sensible option. We're moving the ball around. Oh, what was that, Fab? Carvalho to Diaz. Seemed like try hard passes, not. Oh. You know what I mean? Everything's on the last sinew of like the hardest touch that it can be. It's not. We're not controlling it. It's not great, Gary, but I think it's better than it was before. Do you know what I mean? I'm enjoying watching us play because we're actually going for it. We're running, we're working, we're making opportunities, we're trying to create things, we're recycling the ball. Oh, this isn't the time of the season for the keeper coming up for a goal. I don't think, Jamie. I'd be flabbergasted if the keeper come up for a corner. End of the season stuff, that. Costas, overhit by a mile. Feels like it's starting to run out of steam. Starting to run out of steam. Oh, Salah offside. Come on, last 5 minutes. Get us a goal. Please, s'il vous plaît. That's all I care about now. Just to be fair, the one thing that we haven't had this game is a clear chance for Salah, a clear opportunity for Salah to have a shot on goal. That's all we need. Oh, great ball through. Diaz in the box. Was 1-on-1. Now they're all back in force. Henderson overhit. Costas. He tried to just slam it back across. Salah! Oh. What was I saying about Salah just needing one opportunity? Kate's still on the bench. And Liverpool still have one sub left. Comes out to Salah. One touchdown. Oh. Just didn't get enough spin on it. Was that Salah's one and only chance? Is that it for the game? Will either team have a major impact left? Major opportunity left? We just need to be... See, it's this type of situation, I think, where we truly miss Mane. Because I think this is the situation what Mane lives for. He lives for the moments of absolute, grit and determination, and everything's not on his side and everything like that, and something special needs to happen out of nowhere. They're the moments that Mane used to live for. They're the moments where he used to come in and do something absolutely spectacular out of nowhere. And that's what I think we're missing. And no, Jen, it's not raining where I am. It's still dry. Still dry as a bone. Palace now wasting time. Palace are accepting, by the seams of things, a single point against 10-man Liverpool at home. Salah, will he get there? He won't. Oh, it's not looking good. Unos. We are in the last couple of minutes of normal time as we come into, we'll see how much added time on there is. I don't think there'll be a lot, to be honest. Seems to have been pretty flowing, apart from, Nunez' little paddy for getting sent off. So maybe 3 minutes of added time. Max. But we will see. Alisson boots it high upfield. Oh, they've finally given one of the thingy fouls. Secret ghost pin you down fouls. The one time it's not actually a foul. Paul sending everyone up. 90th minute. 50 yards from goal, slightly to the left-hand side. Opportunity. Trent over the ball. He's in my fantasy Premier League. Could do with an assist. Crosses it in. Fab. Oh! Fabio Carvalho catches it on a volley and catches it well. Maybe nearer the corner flag than it is the goal. Oh, actually, it was very close. Very, very close. That could have been a world. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of added time. My time has clicked off because we've gone past the 90. 5 minutes of added time. Palace 1, Liverpool 1. Pressure. Here we go. Joe Gomez to Henderson. Henderson tries to flick forward a long ball. All Liverpool players swarm for pressure. Fab. Oh, Salah's offside. Klopp has to sign. No, he's got Jota coming back. He'll stick with Jota. He doesn't need to sign another goal scorer. Jota was third top scorer in the Premier League last year. I think we're fine. We just need Jota to. Jota can't sort of ease back. Jota's got to come in at force. Fab out to Costas. Costas with some space towards the edge of the box. Henderson trying to find an opportunity. Cross it in. Palace boot it clear. They've gone down. Carvalho's got a yellow card for nothing, by the seams of things. That'll get overturned on appeal. "92 minutes. 3 minutes to go. Can we do it? Are we mentality monsters? Are we needing to become mentality monsters this early on in the league? Are we going to be setting ourselves up from a disastrous start? Get the ball back. Give it away. Is it Palace that are going to have the final chance? Palace going to have a final opportunity on our goal. Not us. Are they just going to eke out time? Oh, they corner flagged it. They're eking out time. I would say that they'll probably get this corner done and then there'll be an opportunity for us to go on the counter. And that will be it. That will be it. Cross comes in. They get to the head. Oh, he spoons it. Palace heading it clear. 1 minute to go. Can we get one clear-cut chance? That's all we need. One clear-cut chance. Ideally fall into Salah. I've launched a poll for man of the match. Who is your man of the match? I've gone with Elliott, Trent, Diaz and other. Trent flicks it in towards the box. Palace get it out. Oh, Diaz, why'd you backheel it? Swings it back. We're now officially on 5 minutes, but as the pitch invader, giving us an extra minute. Alisson's got to pump it forward. Alisson punts it straight to a Palace defender. There was one Liverpool player, 5 Palace players. It looks like that's pretty much going to be it. There's a poll for your man of the match. Who is your man of the match for today's game? My 3 main nominations are Elliott, Trent and Diaz. Please let me know in the comments or on the vote who you think is the man of the match. This has been a slow start to the season for Liverpool. a very slow start to the season. We're now coming up to 96 minutes. The referee calls it, and we are done. Game, set, and a very boring, drawn match. It has finished Liverpool 1, Crystal Palace 1. That's it. 2 games, 2 points. Not much really to shout about. Nothing really to be happy about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my 3 good things and 3 bad things, because I think it's important to try and be balanced in this sort of situation. Then obviously we've got the rest of the team that are going to come in and give their match reaction. My 3 good things is Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott was spectacular today. I think he really sort of demonstrated why he should be in that starting lineup. I think he was able to find space and interlink the play. I just think that no other people were really on his level today, and he wasn't able to create the opportunities that he needed. Trent Alexander-Arnold in that first half in particular was dominating where he passed the ball. He was just finding himself in acres of space and was really able to dictate the tempo of the game. But these are 2 people on the right hand side which made us predictable. But 2 good things so far are Trent and Elliott. My 3rd good thing of the game, which is a strange one, was Nunez getting sent off. Actually changed how we played the game. Changed our approach, it changed our mentality, it changed what we did, it changed the fight in Luis Diaz. Actually having a player sent off changed our approach from us being boring and repetitive to actually aggressive and pressing. Now on to the three bad things. I think for me, I think our predictability in the first half was bad. It was really bad. I think the fact that we were just pinging balls in from all different angles, and it was always hitting the first of the 3 defenders for Crystal Palace. That's why. That's one of the bad things for me. I think Nunez' attitude to get sent off and to get a red card, I think to try and headbutt another person, it's not what I love about my club. I don't want a player that wants to play that way. But I appreciate if he's passionate and he's in the moment and he's made a mistake. Absolutely fine. First mistake, shame on me. Second mistake, shame on you, so to speak. So there we go. He's made an error. Hopefully he can learn from it. Hopefully he can come back. And my 3rd bad thing is just, again, the high line creates us problems. The high line has created an opportunity that they've been able to score from. And if we're not creating opportunities and we're not creating positions to score, I think our high line creates us opportunities to be counter-attacked. So effortlessly, so openly, so easily that we're giving away 2 to 3 clear-cut chances per game. Alisson saved one brilliant one from Zaha in the first half, and obviously Zaha scored from the other one. They were probably the 2 clearest opportunities of the game, and I think that's our mentality of that high line creates as that problem. So they're my 3 bad things. It's been a bad start. You know, I can't turn around and say it's been a good start to the season. We haven't looked in sync yet. We haven't looked confident. We haven't looked in shape. I think what we need to do as fans is sort of get behind the team to let them know that they're supported, as opposed to crying, bitching and moaning that we haven't signed this, that or the other person. There's a club about 35 miles away doing that, and look at how toxic that environment's become. So yes, it's been bad. Yes, it's not been a good start. No, it's not been what we wanted, but we will persevere. We will come back. We will do as we do and we will win. We will still be in there and thereabouts towards the end of the game. Rudy saying, I don't think Nunez did it intentionally. I think he was trying to square up to him. I think the second one, Rudy, I think the second one, I think he was squaring up to him. The first one was intentional. So if you look, there was 2 in the incident. The first one was a really intentional attempt to headbutt somebody. The second one, I think he squared up to him, and I think he play acted it a little bit more, Anderson, and sort of played like he'd been poleaxed. But yep, he definitely deserved that red card. There's no getting away from it. Gary, who will score the goals? Well, Salah's got to get himself in positions where he can score goals. He found himself the entire of this game on the wing, between the byline and the box line. This is the highest scoring player in the Premier League for the last X amount of years. Why is he functioning in just that small space? And it's because he's trying to create opportunities for Nunez, which is fine, but this is where the interlink's needed. Interestingly, Liverpool are having the same problems Man City had against us. It seems like Man City have solved it quicker. Against us, Man City found themselves with 2 rigid wingers stuck on the sides and a big, powerful centre forward. That's how we found ourselves today. 2 rigid wingers and a big centre forward. There was no interlink, there was no crossing over, there was no half space, there was no creation of opportunity. We need to solve that, but we're not going to solve it anytime soon. Nunez is going to be out for the next 3 matches. There's no getting away from that. And then, so ideally we need Jota to be back for the Man United game, and I think that's where we can come back to our old interlinking play. It's been a bad start to the season. It's not been I can't say it's been a good start to the season. But we go again. We're Liverpool. This happens. Please make sure that you join us. We're going to do a post-match stream with a load of the other team members coming together and giving you their reactions to things. It's been a real shame, but out of adversity comes greatness. So I think at times it's more fun when you're fighting your way back up, than just standing at the top going, oh, look at me, I'm brilliant. So take this as it's a bad start, but we're going to come back through. Diaz was your man of the match with 67% of the poll. Make sure that you join in with the reaction of the team. They're going to have all different views to myself. Thank you for everyone that's joined me on the Watchalong. Let's hope that this is just a small bump in the road and we come back stronger and we dominate for the rest of the season.